kind of as we approach our first Sunday in Lent, which is, the temptation narrative, we have just a couple days of, I guess, reflection on the maybe call it the art of fasting, Today, I think maybe just to cover as we abstain from meat, again, we kind of practicing saying no, have a type of self-denial to our own passions. One of the things that we could also, though, lose out on, one thing that we kind of miss the mark, so to speak, as far as this practice of fasting, is that of fasting as a mode of self-interest. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, maybe for example, and again, I don't mean to pick on anybody here, but let's just say that you give up, sweets and junk food for the purpose of losing weight, right? Okay, that would be, again, just a slight misdirection. It's not like you're far off, or one is far off if they do that. It's just that when you practice the fasting, if it's something for one's own personal benefit, again, we kind of lose sight of it. We lose the ultimate purpose and meaning of fasting. And that's kind of what Isaiah is kind of criticizing here in the first reading, along the same lines that, the people are fasting for what? To gain some sort of favor with God, to have God answer their prayers, to have God answer their requests, and that's why they're fasting. And Isaiah's like, you missed the mark. God's not answering your request just because you're fasting. And then he goes on to explain, fasting needs to be accompanied by what? Again, self-denial. And then he goes on and lists, giving food to the hungry and helping the oppressed and helping the homeless. The idea, again, the fasting is a movement from one's own inner self to a movement to something outside of oneself. That's the goal. That's what we're meant to do. Even as we abstain from meat today, the goal is what? To say no to something so we can say yes to something else. And quickly, same thing in the gospel passage. Why aren't the disciples of Jesus fasting? Because what it is that they're trying to obtain is right there in front of them. You fast because you await the bridegroom. Again, you say no so you can say yes to the arrival of God, the bridegroom. Well, in the incarnation, at this moment right now, our Lord is with them. And so there's no need to fast because, again, the communion with God is firmly established. And may it be so with us. We're looking outside ourselves in these practices and these devotions of Lent, looking towards our Lord, and then also looking towards our neighbor. May God bless you.